welcome to Stef ABtv and welcome to the brand spanking new 2020 Abarth 695 70th Anniversario. And I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know about the cars behind me, what's new, what's different. So if you like that, stay tuned. Okay, so I think I'm going to start with the fact that I think for some this car may be a little bit Marmite. I think you're going to either love it or you're going to hate it, and I want to know what camp you sit in, so let me know in the comments below. But before you do, let me show you absolutely everything first. For me, it's almost like an Assetto Corsa and a Biposto kind of donated organs and created this, which is the 70th Anniversary 695. Now, Abarth are only making 1,949 models to align with the 70 years of Abarth, which for me is a good thing, because this means that these will more than likely hold value. Let's start with the colour. A new colour to grace the modern day Abarth called Green Monza 1958. Now, at a first glance you may not like the colour, but there's actually history behind it. In 1958, a series of record cars designed by Pininfarina that were powered by Abarth engines broke speed and endurance records at the Monza racing circuit. Then in the same year, the Fiat Abarth 500 Berliner record was launched in the same colour. The Green Monza 1958 colour is in fact the hero colour for the new 695 70th Anniversario. But if you really can't get past this colour, you have the choice of a few more. You can go for the Pista Grey, the Gara White, Scorpion Black, or Podium Blue. So we get a brand new colour for this car. We get the Monza Green 1958, but what else do we get with it? We get the flared arches that we're familiar with, but for me, there's one thing in particular that I am very, very excited about, and it's this thing. This is the Assetto variable adjustable rear wing. I absolutely love it, and it's the first adjustable wing that we've seen on a modern era Abarth. It can be manually adjusted from 0 to 60 degrees in 12 different positions, each giving different amounts of downforce. When the wing is fully raised, it gives up to 42 kilograms of aerodynamic downforce on the entire car at a speed of 124 miles per hour. Okay, so we know there's some history behind this car, which is absolutely awesome, but what else do you get with the brand new Abarth 695? We've already touched on this epic spoiler. I really like this. I think this looks absolutely superb, and as mentioned, obviously you can tilt this up to 60 degrees, which will give you about 42 kilos of extra downforce up to 124 miles per hour. Now, what about the engine? Well, the engine for me, unfortunately, has to be the biggest disappointment, and I'll tell you why. It is still running 180 horsepower, and it has the new Garret 1446 turbo, which produces 180 horsepower, around 185 foot-pounds of torque. However, for me, this was their chance to go over 200 bhp, and they didn't. Now, from an interior perspective, you get these beautiful tricolore seatbelt seats. Now, I do think they look amazing. You've got obviously the Italian flag up there, and you've got this lovely kind of bronze line that goes straight through the seat. But ultimately, they are seatbelt seats, and if you don't like seatbelts and you find them a bit more difficult to sit in, then, well, there won't be anything different with these. But for me, they actually look really nice. Really nice. Obviously you get the Uconnect system as well with Apple CarPlay in this as standard. You get an Alcantara steering wheel and you get an Alcantara dash as well. You also get the 695 specific floor mats, which is a nice addition, I guess. That does look nice. But the bit that I really like, and I think it's a really nice touch, is to use the Heritage logo. Celebrating 70 years, we've got a Heritage logo on the steering wheel, which does look very cool. Obviously these are Italian models, so you've got a boost gauge on the left. UK models will have it up there. We do get the record Monza exhaust, which is a valved exhaust, which obviously now in the new models works with the sport button. Now for me, there's an argument to say maybe they should have gone Akrapovic on a 695, but I've always been a fan of the Monza exhaust, so really I'm not complaining that much. I do think that these arches, however, they do look very nice, but for me, I would have liked to have seen these kind of color coded. I just can't get over this wing, and I think there's going to be so much popularity for this rear wing. We do get the Brembo brakes as standard. These are the 305 discs on the front, and I believe it is the 205s here on the back. So you get the Super Sport wheels as well on this car, and as a whole package, of course, you've got the
the green Monza 1958 colour, but you can also get it in Gara white, podium blue and scorpion black. Now this is a bit of a rush video, guys, because these are all going to be taken out and there are loads and loads of press people here, so I do apologise for my speed. Now I touched earlier on about this car being 180 horsepower with the Garret 1446 turbo. You also get the BMC intake in this car, and from a suspension perspective you are running the Koni FSDs. From the front here you can see it's a little bit lower. You have got the Koni suspension on this car as well. From an exterior design perspective, you get the xenon headlights with the DRL rings with the halo lamps. Obviously we talked about the colour already, which is the hero colour. This is the one that they are launching in. You also get the Abarth Scorpion imprinted into the front of the bonnet. Now on the top of the roof you'll see, I don't know if you can see, you've got the checkered pattern which is imprinted on the top. I believe you can peel that off if that's not something you fancy, which then leads all the way back to, for me, which is what this car is all about. I touched about the vintage logo on the steering wheel. You've also got the Abarth vintage logo here on the back, the side, and right here on the front as well, which is a very, very nice touch as someone revs the car significantly next to me. So what about performance? Now I've talked about the fact that it's a 180 bhp Garret turbo, which means that it will do a 0 to 60 time in 6.7 seconds, which isn't bad, but it's not groundbreaking. When you compare this to the biposto, the old 695, which was running 190 bhp and it was doing 5.7 seconds to 60, granted the biposto was 2 seats and granted that they didn't have any AC, but for me I'm finding it difficult from a performance element to really kind of get excited about the car. I haven't driven it yet. I will be driving it very soon, but what I can tell you from an aesthetics perspective, from a looks perspective, I really like it. Look, my own issues with performance aside, I think this looks really nice. I have to admit, the green Monza 1958 new colour, I get the idea. They're bringing history into the new world and I think they've done a really good job with it. I actually think that this colour will probably be the one that will hold its value the most because it is the hero colour, although I'm not sure, maybe a Gara white car would look good because it will just blend the arches in a bit more. Let me know what you think about that. Now the next thing is that I really want to drive it. I want to see what this is all about. Now we're here at the Abarth Day at the exhibition centre here in Milan. Now obviously I talked about the fact that you could twist this up to 60 degrees to give you much more downforce. I don't know whether I'll be able to get it up to the speeds that will actually show whether or not it makes a difference, but believe me, I used to have a Road Race Motorsport rear wing on the back of my Abarth 595 and I promise you that did make a difference, and in fact it probably angled up as high as that and you can almost feel that the car really does squat down, and it will squat the whole car down as well. So from a first impressions, literally just unveiled about 20 minutes ago, the new Abarth 695 70th Anniversario. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Make sure to stay tuned because I will be driving this very shortly. In fact, I'm going to do a few laps of this place now. My name's been Stef. You guys have been awesome. Make sure to subscribe for plenty more content. I will see you all very soon on the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.